Love-hate relationship. Some days they love you, next day you hate them. If you put in your time and effort and grind it out, you'll have rewarding days. It's a tough hunt, but you put the work into it and it can be awful rewarding.
Snow geese, there's no rhyme or reason to anything. Any snow goose hunter has learned that, will tell you that, and it's especially true this year. The weather has been so messed up that there is nothing set in stone. There's nothing that holds true from year to year.
Hunting snow geese is the ultimate frustration. If you take everything that went wrong or that stressed you out during the rest of your waterfowl season and added it up, it wouldn't come close to your first 2 days of trying to chase snow geese.
We were fortunate enough to get an invitation from Brian Wheeler to come to Nebraska and duck and goose hunt earlier this fall. And the way the weather had been, late winter, early spring, we've been getting snow, it warmed up, we got more snow, it warmed up, more snow. The spring snow goose migration has been an absolute nightmare to say the least. But we were able to hunt one day in central Illinois. So many of the geese that normally come up through Illinois, they were cutting west because everything was so behind schedule because of the cold that we had all through the beginning of February. The one day we hunted, we did pretty good, but we knew that we were going to have to go west to get back into the geese. And Brian was nice enough to invite us out here to hunt with a couple of his friends, and it was just a matter of timing. We knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. We were tired of waiting on the geese back home. They had started to get into them while we were still lacking some birds back home. So we headed out here mid-March, trying to get on the spring snow goose migration.
You don't have to cut them. Get ready. Love-hate relationship. Some days they love you, next day you hate them. If you put in your time and effort and grind it out, you'll have rewarding days. It's a tough hunt, but you put the work into it and it can be awful rewarding.
The double N had his feet dropping last time. This is probably gonna have to be it if we know. Hold on, let him get out centered.
All right, do it.
Migration over!
Yeah! Woo!
We got temperatures anywhere, 50s, 60s, south wind, sunny. I mean, that's optimum weather. Rarely you're going to get that exactly like you want it and have everything else fall into place. And sometimes it don't matter. We found out on this trip it doesn't matter. We killed more on the north wind day.
Your side, right side. See him? Look out the side. Tell me when. Tell me when. Shoot a shot. Ready? Go. You boogie out. Where is it, man? Oh, it's right there. Right above us. Can you try it? Yeah.
We kind of were trying to do a water/land spread. It was kind of working, but we thought we could get some better results. They were coming to a hill from behind us, and when they would hit that hill, they didn't seem to realize that their altitude was dropping, and they were getting so much lower to the ground because it came on them so quick. So they were, they'd be 70 yards above us in the fixed blind, and they'd go out and circle over, where we want to be in the spread, and they'd be 30, 35 yards. They did start working, fairly well. I mean, we killed a lot out of the fixed blind, and then in the afternoon we went to the layout blinds, and we had some closer shooting, but I mean, we did equally successful in both spots. It was one of those confusing things that you don't really know what you need to do, and you just got to try something different. You got to know when to say when it comes to making a decision, and you just got to pull the trigger and do it. Our featured product of the week is Wiley X sunglasses, which offer absolute premium protection. We've worn them all throughout this season, and they've provided us with the ability to see and shoot waterfowl on those sunny, cold days that waterfowl hunters live for. Their glasses are designed with style, comfort, and performance in mind. Wiley X makes glasses in dozens of styles with a variety of different lens finishes. They even make frames with interchangeable lenses for the changing conditions when afield. All glasses are ANSI Z87 high velocity protection certified, so you can wear them while at work and as an everyday pair. Wiley X offers absolute premium protection not only for your time in the marsh, but in your everyday life as well.
We were set up in that permanent blind down right against the field and where the water meet. Upwind of the blind was a hilltop where the front of our spread was. That's where the geese wanted to land because they feed so aggressively. That permanent blind was at the back of the spread, but high winds kept birds low enough over the top of us for shots. But we knew if we could move to the top of that hill with layout blinds, we'd have geese in our face. So Elliot, volunteered himself to go pull the blinds out of the trailer, spend a couple hours brushing them up in order for us to make the move to that hilltop. And instead of taking, longer shots, we had, 15-yard chip shots yesterday afternoon. We didn't see as many geese, but what we saw worked down in tight.
Kill. The birds were working the top of the hill better with the wind and the spread. The hunting from the blind was not offering as many or as good as shots. So we moved the blinds up to the top, and the birds worked fine. We had them up there and had 2 or 3 flocks that came in, and we were still hunting out of the blind, and they weren't flaring off the blind, so we knew it worked fine. Kill.
There's the swing we want right there. trip you go on, you're always going to learn something, or you're going to find out something you already know and just have it, solidified in your mind. But the last 2 days' weather is another one of those situations where, you just never know what's going to happen. Yesterday, northwest wind, fairly stiff. You think, it was sunny. You think, there's not going to be a lot of migrating birds. Maybe they'll, sit down and just feed for a day, or, you don't really know what's going to happen. And we had 30 on the ground probably by noon.
Snow geese, there's no rhyme or reason to anything. Any snow goose hunter has learned that, will tell you that, and it's especially true this year. The weather has been so messed up that there is nothing set in stone. There's nothing that holds true from year to year.
Hunting snow geese is the ultimate frustration. Exactly. See that? See that?
I could see your shadow. I just didn't know what you were going to do.